Okay, November 4th, 2025. It is a Tuesday. This won't be a long video because I'm on the way to the dentist and I got about 14 minutes to get there and get in the door and get in the seat and all that stuff. Flirt with the receptionist, you know, all those things. And so, yeah, I got to get there quick. I got to get my crown on. My gold crown, which is mostly silver and copper, but that's okay. I'll take any kind of metal I can get. Just don't give me the mercury. I don't know if they do that anymore. I just thought of that. Be about right. Wearing precious metals in your mouth along with the mercury for flavoring, enhancing good taste. All right. Markets, these crypto markets are starting to get a little crazy. But first, I did see, I think it's Senator Mullins, I don't know what his name is. Interesting, I just saw a license plate with that on it. I just thought of that. So anyway, Senator Mullins, I think it is, from Oklahoma. I think he's a senator. He was talking on CNBC today, and he says, I'm pretty confident the government's going to reopen by the end of the week. I'm thinking, here we go. We've had enough pain. And so everybody's begging to, please, Big Daddy, please, King, reopen. And so everybody's gonna feel good. Everything's gonna pop, baby. Interest rates are gonna get lower, and the Fed's gonna keep doing their repo action. I mean, it's unbelievable. You've got, maybe that won't happen anymore since the government's open and the money's flowing. But yeah, you got the Fed coming in, liquefying banks, throwing billions and billions every day. What could go wrong? But see, this is a thing. This is the time where you could either eat the pain and say, you know what? Shrink this government. Let's start living within our means. Let's get back to a sound monetary standard to where government is then restrained. This camera's all cattywampus, cockeyed. Hair's all cockeyed. I got red on today. Red because I support Litecoin. It's in the red, baby. I see Digibyte's been like pumping up. Dash is pumping up. Decred is pumping up. Everything I can't have. Everything I don't have. Litecoin in the red. Sound money for the digital age. Hey, I'm not worried about it. When it hits, and everybody's going to be crying because they don't have any. So, yeah, you know, just get one Litecoin at least, all right? You know, just so you can be a part of that ride. But now I look at it long term. It's sound money. That's what it is. That's why I'm in it. And I'm not worried about it. Yeah. I mean, if I were making gains in like Dash or something, I'd be rolling it in a Litecoin right now. Man, the ratio on that stuff. Speaking of ratios on Digibyte, I did look. I was going to rant about the government and all that. Well, I got to cut that short. Go watch another video or just tune in tomorrow. The ratios I've been talking about with, man, they got that building up. I was at that meeting where they got the permit. They got it up quick. Stop getting distracted. The ratios, Digibyte to Litecoin. I talked about it the other day. Over the weekend, I'm going to sneeze. Over the weekend, you could have gotten it in all last, I hate this. And all last week, you could have taken one Litecoin and gotten 16,000 Digibyte. Had all day, had all week. And then it moved on Sunday. Just thinking of the Seinfeld episode where George says, I think it moved. But it moved on Sunday, and then last night even, and I looked today, and if you would have taken the one Litecoin and gotten 16,000 Digibyte, now if you take that 16,000 Digibyte and swap it back into Litecoin, you'd get something like over 1.6. Not a bad return. You know, if you'd taken taken 10 Litecoin, you would have gotten 160,000 Digibyte. You'd take that 160,000 right now, and you'd get back what? 16 Litecoin? I'm just saying. These ratios are important. Look at Dash. I look at the ratio. I remember at one point I could have been buying Dash for 5 Dash for 1 Litecoin, and now I look and 1 Dash gets you like a Litecoin and a half or more. Unbelievable. The ratios, when they get out of whack, they get out of whack. And I mean, you can really accumulate the coins that you like. It's just, it's good to pay attention to. So now what's happening though, instead of playing that ratio game and being patient and swapping between assets, What's happening now is everybody's thinking, oh my gosh, Dash, Zcash ran, Dash is run. What's the next big thing? I need to get into it. Or people, I've seen this. People are saying, oh man, I'm gonna sell my Litecoin and get into Zcash, or sell my Litecoin and get into Dash, because they see the pump and they see it running and they want to be a part of that. They think they're going to miss out on more gains. And this is what happens in every single crypto cycle, and basically any cycle, because it's a cycle because it's human nature, and human nature repeats itself. That's why it's human nature. It's natural for it to occur. So it happens every time. People are going to chase up those shiny objects. They're going to buy them. They're going to buy them at the top. It's going to come down. They're going to lose their money, or lose, at least lose some of their capital, their energy, by chasing things. Stop chasing things. I'm telling you right now, what hasn't moved? What has not pumped? What's in the red? I got the shirt on right now. I got a shirt that says, punish the banks, buy Litecoin, going to the dentist. He's going to have to look at that the whole time while he's putting that crown on. Look at those assets that have not moved yet. Those solid assets that are sitting at valuable places. That's what I say. I made a video in a cemetery over the weekend. Seek out value. Find valuable things and that are underrated, undervalued. Don't be chasing those things that are overvalued. Dang it. It's like, don't be going after that woman that's got, tons of makeup and Botox everywhere and, jewels and all this stuff. That's high maintenance. That's low value. That is not valuable. That's an expense. That's a liability. No, you want to, go the opposite way. I'm not going to explain what that means, but you should know. Somebody conservative, somebody that knows, what she's all about. Somebody that's got her own money, doesn't need you, that's frugal, takes care of herself, clean, natural beauty. Jeez, you can always dress up. It's just unbelievable to me, though, the human nature and what it is. It chases things that you feel like you're going to miss out. I want to be with winners. I want to be with winners. And that's what happens. So don't be that person. Control yourself. Discipline yourself. Look for things that are undervalued. I'm just saying right now, if I were to look at the market with, unbiased eyes, and that's what I try to do. I really do. I'm not into things that, I'm not letting my emotion cloud things. I'm looking for things that are undervalued, and I'm looking at Litecoin right now that has not moved, and looking at the chart and looking at all the money, $1 million a day, scooping up all the supply and then some of Litecoin with this one ETF and more ETFs coming. There will be a supply crunch. There will be a desire to get this, and it's being signaled by what's happening in Zcash and Dash and Digibyte starting to move a little bit. I mean, these other coins that are moving. Do you not think that's going to happen to Litecoin? The coin that is most similar to Bitcoin than any other coin, that's been running for 14 years nonstop without interruption, that is getting ETFs and institutional investment is coming in and taking it off the market. Do you not think that thing is going to have a giant green candle and moon? And I mean, if you're looking for just dollar value and chasing dollars, I mean, it's a no-brainer to me. I look at it from the standpoint of it's got everything you need as far as sound money for the digital age. It's got everything. It's got optional privacy. You're not forced into privacy to where it's like some big target from the government, because there's a bounty out on Monero to hack the Monero code. One of the government agencies has out. With Litecoin, no, it's completely transparent and an open source blockchain. It's been running for over 14 years. And, it's a public ledger to where if you want to, use it as your bookkeeping and show all the transactions, then I got to get in there. Show all the transactions, then you can do that. Alas, but you have optional privacy as well. You can choose not to allow people to see what transactions you are doing because, you know, you don't want everybody knowing how much money you have. And it makes it a little more quantum resistant because, you know, it's a new address when you peg it out of MWeb, which is the private side. So it's got a lot going for it, just saying. Digibyte does too, because I am in the Digibug, and it is called the Digibug for a reason. All right, Litecoin, sound money for the digital age. Hope you have a wonderful day. Love you. Always trust yourself. You've got everything you need inside. The spark is in you. Find it. See the light. Find the light. Bring it out. Shine that light. All right. Have a wonderful Tuesday. I love you all.